Hi everyone, my name is Ms. Jimenez and today I have Mr. Pedrosa and every week we will be discussing new events and topics going on at Carr. Mr. Pedrosa, can you tell me a little bit about your background prior to being an educator?
Sure. So before I became an educator, I was in the business world, and my last job in the business world was I was vice president, general manager of a marketing company, um, and then I decided to become an educator.
And what inspired you to go from the business world and into education?
So there was I would say, a tragedy in my life. My sister-in-law, at the time, was 29 years old, and she was diagnosed with stomach cancer, and eventually died of that. So through that process, I did a lot of soul searching. My oldest sister is a first grade teacher at Lowell, and she loves teaching and loves her kids, and I really wanted to do something that I thought was going to be more meaningful.
And how long have you been here at Carr?
I just started my fourth year here at Carr Intermediate School, and I'm very happy, very excited to be here as the principal at Carr.
How is Carr meeting the learning needs of all of your students?
We're actually very fortunate at Carr Intermediate School. Our staff is super committed to the education of our students, and we have lots of different programs. Today I'm going to talk about three different programs that we have here that meet the needs of our students. The first one is we have a program called Student Enriched Learning, SEL, also Social Emotional Learning. And this is a program where we have some classes, zero period, for students that have struggled with some of the behavior and some motivation. And we have 7 groups that are led by our wonderful staff, Mr. Martinez, Mr. Amosa, Mr. Price, Mr. Mendoza, Ms. Galaviz, Mr. Velasquez, Mr. De Santiago, and Ms. Jackie. And this program is really designed to help our students do better, learn how to have better social interactions with adults, and also with their peers. The other program we have, we're very fortunate. We were very, very lucky to hire 2 teachers here at Carr. One of them is Jasmina Matasovic. She is one of our math teachers, and she helped found she was one of the founding members of a program at UC Irvine called Community Educational Outreach, CEO. And the goal of that program is to really help our students think about math in more challenging ways and funner ways. And so this program, the way it works is we get professors and graduate and postgraduate students from UCI come to Carr once a week and work with our students, and they're working with students from all different levels, but it's mostly very interesting to the high achieving math students that really are being challenged, with the higher order thinking skills in the math. So we're really, really happy. Nicolina Petrova, one of our instructional coaches, is also very instrumental in making all of that work, and we're really, really happy. We have about 50 students participating, and it's growing. And one of the things that the program is going to be doing shortly is they're going to be taking the kids to UC Irvine and exploring the campus for them to really see themselves there. And I also wanted to talk about our dual language program. We started the dual language program 4 years ago when I started at Carr, only with 6th grade students, and we only had Spanish classes in social studies and Spanish, but we've been very, very fortunate this year. We're really happy and proud of Mrs. Urizar, who was a multiple subject teacher here at Carr, and she took the Spanish test, which is a very difficult test, and passed it on the very first time. We're really proud of her. So now she's our full-time Spanish teacher, and we also have a magnificent teacher, Mrs. Maria Perez. She has credentials in Spanish, math, and social studies, so she's able to teach the Spanish in social studies. And this year we hired a new math teacher. Her name is Jocelyn Renteria, and she has a credential both in math and Spanish, and so she teaches 6th grade and 6th grade in math. And Mr. Cervantes, who also has his credential in math and Spanish, is teaching our 7th grade. So this is the very first year where we actually have a real full dual language program where our kids have 50% of the day is Spanish and 50% of the day is English. So they have math, social studies, and Spanish, and then they have science, PE, and English in English. So we're really, really happy about that. And all of these programs really help us to focus on our main goal, which is to improve the literacy of the students here at Carr. As you know, I've said many times, our students come with third grade literacy in sixth grade, and so our challenge is to help them grow 6 years in 3 years. And based on the data that we're looking at, we're well on our way to accomplishing that goal.
Thank you very much, Mr. Pedrosa, and we will
Thank
see
you.
you next week.
We'll see you guys next week.